workplace happiness. I know many of you thinking, well, what does he mean by workplace happiness? What I'm trying to say to whoever you are, whoever's watching this, listen to me. I don't know who you are right now, but I felt like I needed to say this. I was at work and I began speaking to one of my coworkers, and what we were speaking about and what I was trying to tell him was workplace happiness. I was trying to tell him about workplace happiness. He was telling me how he has 3 jobs, and the society we live in, the state, community, city, whatever you want to label it, puts us in a place where we have to have 3 jobs, and we have to work numerous hours throughout the day, so we don't have time for nothing. But what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to help someone understand is, in order to find true happiness, because true happiness comes from within, but in order to find happiness, right? If we look up the definition for happiness, it's someone who's outgoing, right? Always smiling, right? Etc., etc. I don't know the true definition because I never looked it up. But for me, this is what I define happiness as. And in order to find happiness, you must find something that you love to do. Everything that you do must bring you joy and peace and happiness. And if you don't love doing whatever it is that you're doing right now, then you're going to be complaining. This is where all the complaining comes from, because you don't love what you're doing. You have to understand that in 5 years, you see yourself being a lawyer. So before those 5 years, what are you doing? You're learning. Understand that you're learning. Those 5 years, or before those years come, before you can become a lawyer, you have to learn. What if you became a lawyer tonight, right? You wouldn't know what to do. You're not going to win no cases. So those 5 years that you're waiting to become a lawyer or a doctor or a nurse, you're soaking up knowledge. Ask questions. Don't be angry and frustrated and complaining because you're not where you want to be yet. You're going to get there. It's not overnight, but you're going to get there. And when you get there, it's going to be... listen to me. Listen. Oh, I don't know who I'm talking to right now. But listen to me. It's gonna feel so amazing because you knew what you had to go through to get to where you're at right now. The process always feels better at the end. Listen to me. The process always feels better at the end. The end results are always better, right? Back when we were in school, we used to take tests, right? Someone who finished first, 9 out of 10 times, they failed that quiz. Someone who took longer, they passed. And I'm not saying everybody did, but I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, most people who take their time are the ones who last longer in the game, who have longevity. You want to have longevity, and you don't want to be an overnighter. But listen to me. Excuse me. I don't know who you are, but listen to me. This is what God placed into my heart for you. And I want you to take this into consideration. To understand that if it doesn't bring you happiness, then get up and go. And I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not saying leave. I'm saying stay there and find you something that's going to bring you happiness in the meantime till your dreams come into fruition. Until you're living out your God-given purpose. Until you're living out your full destiny. Until you're living that out, find something that's going to bring you happiness along the way. Enjoy your workplace. You shouldn't be miserable. Money shouldn't be that important to you where you're miserable every single day and you're frustrated and you're angry. Find you something that's going to bring you happiness. Keep your job and find you something that's going to bring you happiness so you can pay your bills and take care of your family. Be blessed.